Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks as they match up with the longtime Raven Joe Flacco and his new team, the Denver Broncos. Kickoff now just moments away. It is finally time to crown a champion as I'll hand it over to the two men who will call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
The first Super Bowl of the new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense taking the field, and the quarterback situation in Denver going to be something to monitor, Charles, as the weeks go by.
Joe Flacco was acquired to be the guy. All right, so there shouldn't be a quarterback controversy. But in the second round of the draft, they did take Drew Lock out of Missouri, who many thought was going to be a first-round pick. So people are going to monitor it with the new head coach, Vic Fangio. How are the Broncos playing? Is Flacco up to par? If not, how quickly might they get Drew Lock in? I think it'll be longer than what people might think. What did Vic Fangio say during camp about Drew Lock? He's not a quarterback yet. In other words, pump the brakes. I'm going with the veteran. We'll figure out how Drew Lock plays later.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Flacco from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Interesting note on quarterback Joe Flacco. While in Baltimore, Seattle is actually the only team he never defeated. Now, in 11 years as a Ravens starter in Flacco's defense, he only played the Seahawks one time, so 0-1, but trying to right that ship here in this game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On second down, it's Lindsay. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. It's our time. It's our time.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Let's go, baby.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Now he'll let it go deep over the... This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Flacco. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. .4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Flacco will take to the air again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Time show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check three, check three.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. On first down, Wilson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Josie Jewell on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack by Todd Davis. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. already a pair of third-down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third-down try. Back to throw. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Myers connects on the PAT, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular